When people speak about TrackMania, they mention the golden days that took place several years ago. Now, with the recent announced 15,000 euros in the prize pool for TrackMania Grand League, it looks like 2019 might be the best year in a long time in terms of prize money. But what number do 2019 need to achieve before being one of the best years ever? And what years are really the best when you look at the prize money? So today we will take a look at what years has had the highest amount of total prize pool. But before going into the list itself, I just want to clarify that this video is based on the numbers from the esports earning website. Some event might be missing, and if you know some notable events, feel free to comment it so we can get it up on the page. Number 10, 2016, $12,178. The first year to make it into the list is the year that didn't happen too long ago, 2016. The year that mostly will be remembered as the year where TrackMania no longer was at ESWC. However, the replacement for ESWC was the Mania Planet World Cup. But the event with the biggest amount of prize pool this year was the Gamers Assembly with $4,004. Follow this, you had the Mania Planet World Cup with $3,314. The next event on the list is the event hosted by the French streamer Serator. The Untitled TrackMania Cup 2016 had a prize pool of $2,248. And the last event worth mentioning in 2016 is the Nest with $1,535. Number 9, 2007, $19,000. The next year on the list is a year that falls short simply due to the fact of not much info about the event that took place that year. So far, it's in fact only one event registered at the esports earning website. That event is ESWC 2007, and this event had a prize pool of $19,000. The event itself was won by the Dutch player Xenogear. He took home the title in front of the defending champion Carl and the French player Ling. Number 8, 2015, $24,112. 2015 is the year that will be remembered for so far being the last time we saw TrackMania at ESWC. Before the recent announced TrackMania Grand League, 2015 was also the year that had the biggest prize pool in TrackMania 2 Stadium. ESWC 2015 had a total prize pool of $15,000, and it's the main reason why we see this year on the list. An event that Carl Jr. won and became the world champion for the third time in a row. The event following that was Gamers Assembly with $2,703, the Nest with $1,505, FB's Weekly with $1,121, Serati TrackMania Cup 2 and 3 with $1,081 and $1,087. Number 7, 2018, $24,211. The last year in TrackMania was for many a shifting point. After some years of not having the biggest prizes for the events and no place to crown and world champion in 2017, TrackMania was finally back at Paris Games Week and once again had an official place to crown a world champion. The TrackMania World Championship was the biggest event in terms of prize money this year with $5,752. An event that arguably had the greatest TrackMania match ever to end it off. Following that event, we once again had the Gamers Assembly with $3,942. The third biggest event this year was the return of an old online event but now hosted offline, the Giant Cup 2018. The cup had a prize pool of $3,495. And once again, the French streamer Serator hosted his ZRT TrackMania Cup, this time with $2,356 in the pot. Other event worth mentioning this year, in the year that actually had the most amount of events registered to the esports earning website, are the TrackMania Pro League Season 1 with $1,232, the Gaming Winterfest with $1,194, and the Sweris Cup with $1,127. Number 6, 2008, $24,970. Now we make a 10-year jump back in time, and don't be surprised if we stay around this area for the rest of the video. 2008 has the same fate as 2007. It could probably have been higher if all events hosted that year was registered at the esports earnings. But it still places at 6th, and the reason for this is due to ESWC 2008 that was hosted in the United States. This event had a prize pool of $23,000, an event that the Swedish player Frostbuel ended up winning. But did he get this money? Well, I believe so, but that's a story for another time. Another event hosted this year was the DreamHack Winter with a $1,970 in the pot, and once again an event had a Swedish winner. This time it was Karian who won in front of his countryman Frostbuel. Number 5, 2012, $28,818. The year 2012 can be remembered for many things. Some of the things worth mentioning is the fact that this was the last time we saw the world champion being crowned in TrackMania Nations Forever, and 2012 was also the year that had 2 events at the ESWC, with a Canyon event also taking place alongside the normal tech event. And this is the reason why this year places so high. ESWC 2012 TrackMania Nations Forever and the ESWC 2012 Canyon had both $10,000 in the prize pool. The TrackMania Nations Forever event was won by the Dutch player Spam, while the Canyon event had the Finnish player Klovny taking home the title. Other notable events this year is the Zotac events hosted in Canyon with a total prize pool of $3,237, where Frostbuel won 16 out of the 26 editions. ESL Major Series 9 had a prize pool of $2,559, ESL Major Series 5 had a prize pool of $1,557, and the ESL Major Series Winter had a prize pool of $1,001. Number 4, 2011, $29,396. The year 2011 might be remembered more for the handshake of Hockey Jr. and Tween after taking first and second at the World Championship that year, rather than the amount of prize pool the year had. But ESWC was the event with once again the biggest prize pool. This time the event had $15,000 in the pot. Following that event we had to go to Norway and to the Gathering, an event with $2,978 in the prize pool. ESL Pro Series Germany follows with $2,926 and ESL Major Series 1 with $2,867 and the ESL Pro Series Germany again with $2,544. Number 3, 2009, $30,803. To get our first year on the podium we need to go 10 years back in time. 2009 was a year where TrackMania wasn't at ESWC but still had a bunch of other events taking place. Most notable is the World Cyber Games in China with $12,000. An event with once again the Swedish duo Karian and Frostbuel took first and second. And not only did Sweden have success at winning events, but the second biggest prize pool in 2009 was DreamHack Summer, an event hosted in Sweden. The event had a prize pool of $4,470. The event following this was the Experience in Denmark with $4,241, and then the Gathering in Norway with $3,003, before once again we go back to Sweden and to DreamHack Winter 2009 with $3,299. So it's safe to say that the Nordic countries once had some good events hosted. Number 2, 2010, $35,776. The year 2010 is the only year where we saw TrackMania at both ESWC and the World Cyber Games. And this is also the reason for this year placing so high on this list. With a prize pool of $14,000 at ESWC 2010 and a prize pool of $11,000 at the World Cyber Games. And once again, we see the Norwegian LAN event The Gathering making a difference on this list, this time with $3,719. This year also had a bunch of ESL events, ESL Pro Series Germany with $2,673 and $1,403, as well as the ESL Pro Series UK with $1,020. Number 1, 2006, $72,000. And the biggest year so far in terms of prize money is the first year where TrackMania was at ESWC. 2006 is twice as big as any other year when it comes to the amount of dollars. And the reason for that? Well, the year alone has the two biggest prize pools we have ever seen in TrackMania. And in fact, 2006 only has 2 events registered at the eSport Earning website. The Warzone Playlink is with $40,000, the biggest prize pool we have ever seen to date in TrackMania. Following that event, we have ESWC 2006 with $32,000. Maybe 2006 would be even higher if there were possible to find info about other events back in those days. Who knows? Well, at least that's it for this list. Are you surprised by the list itself? And where do you see 2019 placing once we have switched the calendar? Is it possible to beat the year 26? Well, let me know in the comments.